All right, let's go to Capitol Hill now, where House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy is facing mounting pressure to get that speaker's gavel. Congressman Andy Biggs says there are now 20 Republicans, according to his count, standing in McCarthy's way. McCarthy needs to win 218 votes, maybe a little less if not everybody shows up for the vote to become the next speaker. And this will mark the first day. This will happen, actually, the first day the next session is in Congress. Joining us now for more on this is Congressman Andy Biggs from Arizona. Congressman, great to have you with us.
Hi, Congressman.
Hi, thanks for having me.
All right, so let's talk about the speakership and what's going on there. What is your objective, and what is the objective of those who are kind of standing in the way of Kevin McCarthy? Because nobody else is running for speaker, right?
Not right now. It's just me. So the reality is, I think what we want is someone who's going to fight for the America First agenda. We want someone who's demonstrated that they will fight for the America First agenda. We want somebody who not only will do that, but will have a proactive agenda going forward, has a strategy on how we're going to defeat Biden as much as possible, as someone who is going to rally the troops on all sides of our conference and get this thing done. And I just don't think Kevin's going to be able to get there, and I don't think he has the votes today, and I think he's beginning to acknowledge that.
What do you think he's done that is that acknowledgement you're discussing?
He came out yesterday and said that he's going to be the speaker no matter how many ballots it takes, or something to that effect, that he knows that there'll be multiple ballots. What that does is that's an acknowledgement now, which is the first time we've actually seen an acknowledgement that he does not have the votes.
And you know, if you are not successful in your attempt to challenge Kevin McCarthy, what do you hope is the end result of all this?
Well, look, we want good governance, right? I mean, that's what we want. We want good governance. We want good government. We want these policies to go forward, and we want to have a leader who's going to actually help stand in the breach against the Biden administration in a material way. We also want someone who's going to open it up so what members can actually participate. So we haven't had an open amendment process since I've been in Congress, actually. And you need to open it up. You need an appropriations process that works. So whoever your appropriations chair is charged with getting those 12 bills done and completed by June 1st, so we can go forward and actually try to start balancing the budget. Part of the reason you've got a horrible inflation problem in this country today is because the federal government, we don't do a budget process. We haven't balanced a budget in more than 20 years. So it's time to start taking these things seriously and change the trajectory. You're not going to change any of this stuff, quite frankly, in my opinion, unless you change the leader at the top.
Well, Congressman, we know the House GOP will be changing no matter what come January, whoever is holding the gavel. But we do want to ask you right now, we know the Treasury Department announcing just yesterday that the House Ways and Means Committee finally got those 6 years of Donald Trump's federal tax returns that they had been fighting for years. The Treasury complied with the court decision from SCOTUS last week, clearing the way. What do you think they will do with them? And also, what should they do with them? I mean, obviously, this was under the guise that they were looking to see how the IRS audits presidents, but some say they do not believe that for 1 second, that this is about Donald Trump.
Yeah, I think that was a pretext, and I don't think that was the real thing. The real thing is to go after Donald Trump, and that's what this has always been about. I mean, they've gone after every aspect of President Trump's life since the day he rolled down the escalator and decided and announced he had decided to run for president. This is just one more avenue to go after him, and they're looking for anything they can. You've got criminal investigations that have gone on for years. You've had investigations in Congress, and this is just one more attack on President Trump.
They say they're meeting to decide what to do with them. Do you think we'll see them leaked, or do you think they'll just go on the record and share these? I mean, usually tax returns are sacred and usually not made public at all.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't surprise me if they get leaked. Don't forget, this is the same crew that said that he was bankrupt and had no money, and then it came back and it turns out he was doing very well, and they said, well, oh yeah, see, he's too rich. I mean, that's what goes on. They're just attacking him constantly.
We've seen these other leaks from Democrats in Congress too. Normally it is traditional, at least since Richard Nixon, that a presidential candidate would provide their tax returns, but this has been a quest.
Not legally required to.
Yeah, not legally required to, but this has been a quest for Democrats for a long time. We'll leave it there. Congressman Andy Biggs, great to see you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me.
No crooked establishment.
None of that twisting the truth.
No talking down to me.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
Don't tell me how to think.
I trust Newsmax.
Newsmax.
They don't tell me how to think.
They
Let me decide.
Newsmax.
Real news
For real people.